Hey there! In today's video, we are going to be talking all about the skyscraper technique. And in particular, I'm going to be talking about using the tool Ahrefs or Ahrefs, however you want to pronounce it, to do your research for the skyscraper technique. Now, if you're not familiar, I also have another video on this topic that goes really in depth into the skyscraper technique. The short summary of that is skyscraper technique gets your website to rank better in search and drive more traffic and help you get more business, and all of that's good, and why wouldn't you want to do that? So in this video, we're going to break all this down about the skyscraper technique and doing the research for it. I'm going to walk you through the entire process and hopefully answer any questions that you might have about that. So stay tuned and we're going to dive right into it. Where are my manners? I didn't introduce myself. I'm Andy from Postaga, and the topic for this video today and the example that we're going to be using comes from our Facebook community. That's Grow Together SEO. I'll have some details and a link to that in the video description, and be sure to check that out. It's a great community all about link building, SEO, and digital marketing. It can answer any questions that you might have, and also be good for opportunities for you if you're looking for guest posts or exchanges or things like that. So check that out. So the example blog post that we're going to be using for this is this post here, all about hiking with your dog, the absolute guide, from the website The Camping Man. And this was offered on our Facebook community as a suggestion that we should do. And I like this post a lot. In general, with doing skyscraper technique, but before I kind of get into it, it's important that the blog post that you have that you want to do skyscraper technique for, that it's a very thorough article. In my experience, the longer, the better. The more details that you have, the better. And also the more current and up-to-date it is, the better. So this post is a blog post all about hiking with your dog. It's got this great infographic here and a lot of information about the best tips for going hiking with your dog. Examples of some national parks, what to pack, each one of these sections could be their own blog posts, but it's all together here in one post. And so I like this kind of content in particular for doing skyscraper because if you're not really familiar, skyscraper technique involves us finding a blog post on a given topic that is ranking, and then us creating a better blog post on that topic, and then finding the people who are linking to that original post and reaching out to them to ask them to link to our article instead. And it's a lot more compelling of a case to make when you have a really, really good in-depth article that is miles and miles ahead of and better than the other article that they are linking to. So this article from The Camping Man, all about hiking with your dog, is a really good piece of content, and with my outreach for this, I should have no problem getting people to link to this article. So let's now talk about the research that we're going to be doing to find the other ranking articles on this topic. So we're going to go into Ahrefs or Ahrefs, however you want to pronounce it, and we're going to be doing some research. I'm going to show you two different ways that we can find ranking articles that have links to them on this topic. So the first method that I'm going to show you is using this tool called Content Explorer. Once you're logged into Ahrefs, you can click this Content Explorer button and then enter in the topic of your choice. I'm going to enter in hiking with dogs, and I'm going to search, and then let's see what we find. Now there are also this bar up here, and you can kind of set some parameters. So you may want to search for only live or only broken posts. You may want to search for break it down by language. You might even also sort by range and in particular search for content that has been published years and years ago. Because in my pitch to the websites that are linking to that article, I'm going to say something like, hey, I saw that you have this great article and you linked to this very informative post on hiking with dogs, but I noticed that that article that you linked to is 5 years old and has a lot of outdated information on hiking with dogs. And I have this brand new article that is up to date for the year 2021, all about hiking with dogs. Yeah, I don't know. So you should definitely link to my article instead. So next, what's going to happen, I'm going to look at these different articles, but in particular, what I care about are the referring domains. So I want to ultimately reach out to the people like let's say like this article, for example, Country Living has 13 different websites that are linking to it. I want to reach out to those people and ask them to link to my article instead of this other article. If an article doesn't have any or has very few referring domains, there's not a lot we can do with that because no one's linking to them and we can't ask nobody to link to our article. So for this article on hiking with dogs, let's say I've checked it out. My article is so much better on hiking with dogs. Everyone who links to this article should link to my article instead. What we're going to do is I'm going to click on this section for referring domains. Then I'm going to click this backlinks tab, and this now shows me all of the web pages on other sites that are linking to this article. Then I'm going to click this show all 32 backlinks in Site Explorer button, and that's going to break down all of the different websites that are linking to that article. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click export, and I'm going to export all of the rows, and this will create then a CSV file. And I can take this CSV file and import it in the software of my choice. For example, I'm going to be using Postaga, and in my Postaga account, for example, if I want to do a skyscraper campaign, I can use this software to click a skyscraper campaign and then import that CSV that I exported from Ahrefs, and then ultimately reach out to all of those websites that had linked to the other dog article. So I'll click referring page URL. It's going to analyze these links, and then that's going to build me this outreach campaign to those websites. But that's one method of doing the research in Ahrefs. Next, I want to show you another method, and that's using the Keywords Explorer. And so I'm going to type in hiking with dogs in Keyword Explorer and search for that keyword. Now it's going to tell me how difficult this particular keyword is, how many people are searching for it, and then it's going to give me details about the search results for that, and the articles that come up and how many backlinks they have. So I might get different results here, and I might want to do a skyscraper outreach campaign targeting some of these as well. So this is a different way to do skyscraper research using Ahrefs, and can get you some different results. Now, one thing to be mindful of is if you're doing a skyscraper technique, you don't have to do it just once for a particular website. You can do skyscraper technique campaigns for many different websites. So you have your article, you can reach out to people linking to dozens of different websites on a given topic. They don't just have to be the top ranking article. As long as they have some domains and some people linking to them, they can be worth reaching out to. I should also mention that as of the day that we are recording this, we are currently working on, at the Postaga team here, an integration between Ahrefs and Postaga so that you could build these skyscraper technique outreach campaigns automatically without having to do this research and export in Ahrefs and then import that into Postaga for building these campaigns. So just to kind of show you next what I'm going to do here for this particular research, I'm going to click on backlinks on one of these articles. Let's see, backpacker.com, how to safely hike with your dog. All right, this has a ton of backlinks. Awesome. So I'm going to click this backlinks button, and then it is going to give me a list of all these links. So this looks great. I have 56 do follow backlinks here from unique domains. I'm going to, same as before, click the export button to export this, export all the rows, start export. Then I'm going to click this little tray icon here so I can download that CSV file. And then with that CSV file now, I have a list of all these different websites that are linking to an article about hiking with dogs. Then in the software of my choice in particular being Postaga, I can create a Skyscraper Technique outreach campaign. And real quick now, I'm going to show you how I will do the outreach part of the campaign, the Skyscraper Technique campaign in Postaga. I'm going to go to new campaign here. I'm going to click the Skyscraper campaign type. There are a bunch of other types of outreach campaigns you can do, but for our purposes here, we're talking about Skyscraper Technique. I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to upload the CSV that I exported from Ahrefs from that backpacker website. Then I need to find the referring page URL column. Great, I've got these. Then I'm going to analyze these links. I'm going to click this Analyze button here. And what Postaga is going to do is it's going to try and find the best contact people at each of these websites so I can connect with them rather than a generic email inbox at any of these companies. By finding specific people, for example, it makes it much more likely that we're going to get a response. So Postaga helps with that. And if we don't like any of the contacts that we find, we also have a way to find other contacts. So once we've got all these links and we're happy with them, we're going to click this Get Contacts button, which is going to get us email addresses for contacts at all of these websites so that we can then reach out to them and pitch them to link to our content instead of the other articles on hiking with dogs. All right, so next Postaga will find the contact details for people at these websites. And then after all this, I can email them. So I'm just going to scroll through this and I'm going to choose a Skyscraper email sequence. And then I'll enter in the merge variables related to the campaign. And then I'll send that out. And that's all there is to it. And this has been our video on how to do Skyscraper Technique research using Ahrefs/Ahrefs. If you have any other ideas for videos that you'd like to see in the future about link building, SEO, or digital marketing, please let us know in the comments. Please also like our video, subscribe to our channel. That helps us get seen by more people. Join our Facebook group, Grow Together SEO, for all of your link building, SEO, and digital marketing needs. And also, please check out Postaga, Postaga.com. There'll be a link in the video description below to help you with your link building and outreach campaigns. Until next time, see you later.